Some warm up. This one. There we go. Okay. Can you hear me okay? Obviously, I muted you, so that's difficult to give an answer. Okay. We're going to start taking easy lunges forward. Easy meaning not full body weight, not much leaning forward, just a light step, stepping in. So a little bend in the knee, upper body can lean very lightly forward, and then switch the leg. So, and there's a little shuffle in between. 1, 2, 3, step in. 1, 2, 3, step in. And as you go, rotate the upper body always to the direction of the front leg. So you get a little bit of spine rotation. So it starts to warm up your back as we go. Stepping in, stepping in. Light on the feet. So when you come back from the lunge, stay on the toes. So the 3 shuffles, 1, 2, 3, it's all on the toes. And then the step forward. 1, 2, 3, step forward. 1, 2, 3, step forward. Go. And let's make it a little bit heavier. So the step forward goes, it's a bit longer one, and leaning forward. And we have a little pause down here. Coming back up, longer lunge, pause. So we stretch the muscle at the same time. And back. And pause and back. Lunge, pause, back. And back. And last 2. There we go. Okay. Next footwork exercise is the one that you go sideways, and your upper body always faces forward. So your upper body is not rotating at all. So we're going to go, we shuffle to one side. So I'm going to go to my right. And then I bring my other leg behind. So I rotate my hip and my legs, but my upper body stays straight. Shuffle back to the middle, and then the other side. So middle, rotation, middle, rotation. And this one, when you hold that position for a while, it starts to stretch your hip flexor and your front here in the midsection. So upper body straight, back leg brings the hip into a little angle. And do it slow because it does twist your knee a little bit. So you want to be careful with this. So back to the middle, step back, back to the middle, step back. And if you like, the further back you take a step, the lower you go, the heavier it gets, obviously, and the stronger the stretch is. So you can make it a very light one, like this, just a little step like this, or you can go all the way and keep it really far and make a low position out of it. And now we're going to add a bit space. So whatever low depth you want to go into, start going a little bit fast. We'll go shuffle in the middle, step in, shuffle in the middle, step, middle, step, middle, step, middle, step. So a lot of this footwork is on the toes to make the shift very easy and light. So shuffle and step, shuffle and step, shuffle and step. We'll go 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, shake the legs a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to go forward, and we're going to bring, let's say, the opposite foot takes a lunge across the court, and then you bring the opposite arm down to the foot. So your upper body rotates, and you get a good stretch for your bum, for your outer hip. Coming back, and the other side. Oh, there we go. Coming back, and step and stretch. So it's a little bit different to a normal lunge. There's a little bit more angle going on, more twist in the upper body than if you would go straight. Very common movement when you play. There is this upper body rotation going on when you lunge. 10 more. And last 4. 1, and 2, 3, and 4. And shake your legs a little bit. Okay, let's do a little knee warm up. This is what skiers often do. So you grab your knees with your hands and you start rotating. I don't know if there's enough light you can see. Little rotation with the knees. Very light. And then switch the direction. Okay. All right, and then a couple of squats. So first we go deep in the deep squat, and we stay there for a while. So it's more for the stretch, really. If you can, go all the way down. Your bum is almost hitting the ground. If you feel it's too tight, your hamstrings or lower back, just go wherever you feel comfortable enough to go to. And stay there. Just to get a little bit more space in the knees, opening it up. You can turn a little bit, or you can go up on the toes, have a little ankle warm up at the same time. Little hip rotation. And let's go up and down again. So let's go up and down 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, just to warm it up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. And as we go with from the ankles and knees, we go up to the hips. So hip rotation. So try to keep your head still. Legs, obviously, your feet are still. And your hip makes a rotation. Switch direction. Okay, we're gonna go into the shoulders. Let's grab the racket for the shoulder stretches. Start first from side to side. So you hold your racket with extended arms. So really make sure, if you look at my shoulders, like my shoulders are now kind of relaxed and low. So you wanna go up with the shoulders, see that they're kind of close to my ears. And now I start to go from side to side. And my top arm can push, my lower arm can pull to get that really good stretch on the side and armpit. Stay there for 1 or 2 breaths. I hear the sounds in my back and spine. It's kind of waking up and falling into the right place. And then relax the shoulders a little bit before we go up again. So now, same position, the shoulders are up here, close to your ear, and very tiny rotation above your head. So you kind of like want to go upwards more than horizontal. So really pushing it up and really try to get into that, let's say in the lat area and armpit area, more than the shoulders actually. And then direction switch. This feels so good, just to getting that space into the shoulders. Okay, let's drop the shoulders down again, arms down, relax them a little bit, and Grab the racket again, 90-degree angle, and then come from side to side and little hold, 1 or 2 breaths also here. So the top arm, the front arm pushes the racket away so you can really work on your front of your shoulder. Look over your shoulder, little push. Great stretch to improve your range of motion for your forehand swing. I've been having some shoulder injuries with my racket arm, and I feel that this really helps to get it back to where it should be. One more time. Good. Okay. Put the racket down, and let's go with arms wide and just rotating your arms in a small circle. So it's just a tiny little circle. One direction. And then switch the other direction. And then make it bigger and bigger. And slow down up so you can stretch. And then drop it down, up again. And the other way. Up. It's a little tension up there, and then relax when you come down. Okay. And neck from side to side. Oof. And look over your shoulder. And little wrist rotation. A good grip strength is really great weapon in squash as well. Having strong hands, strong forearms really gives you a good power for short swing shots. And another rotation here, both directions, just to get all that nasty stiffness, get rid of that. Extend your arm, grab your fingers very lightly. The title, slight push or pull, so you get the forearm down, and then the outside, these muscles the other way. You can also like rotate the elbow a little bit from side to side to get a little bit different sensation. And then the other arm. There we go. Okay, hands feel pretty loose. Shoulders feel loose, upper body rotates, arms, legs, everything works. Okay, let's grab the racket and have a sip of water before we start. So first we're going to look at the basic motion of big swing. And we do it slow, so don't try to speed up and hit the ball hard. So one good way to relax your muscles is to hold the racket very light in your hand. And we've been talking about this before. So really, as if you would be able to hold the racket as light as you can. So it's kind of like if this would be 1 or 2, this is 3, and then squeezing like this is 10. So be around 3 or 4, very light. So you really see my fingers are not even wrapped around. I'm not, you see my forearm is very loose and the muscles are very, very loose. So I'm not squeezing at all. It's very light grip. And the only exception is the wrist. So if my wrist would be similarly loose, it would be like this. So the wrist has to be cocked, but everything else is very light and loose. And we're going to look into the combination of using the gravity with the high backswing, the downswing coming down on both sides, and then how you engage your core to accelerate. So you don't want to use your arm all the time for the shot, but ideally you want to keep your shoulder area and arms kind of loose and then be more tight in your core. So let's look into the form of the swing. So pretty much you see this circle here. The racket is above your head, whether you start on the forehand or whether you start on the backhand. So you see my head is in the one straight line. So you can see it's actually aligned with the middle line here. So it's a good way to look at it. But if I swing, my head is not really moving from that line. So I really try to drop one shoulder at a time. And when I come down, my shoulder line is horizontal. When I have contact with the ball, now the ball is gone. And then I go to prepare the second of the other side. And then it comes down in a similar way. So first my one shoulder is down. I come down. Here is the tight core, really important to kind of balance yourself and keep yourself in a good steady position. Shot, and then you go again. So let's do this in a very low pace, not slow motion, but very easy kind of feeling, and try to use the gravity to bring the racket down. So it's not really your muscles or your body that does it. It's really the gravity that's letting your arm drop down. And if you look at in detail, when you come down, you have that cocked wrist, you have an acceleration. So there is some forearm work to be done, and on both sides. You come down, butt first. So similar kind of angle in the wrist. Here it's a bit stronger, here it's a bit less, but both the idea is that your racket is very open before you accelerate to hit the ball. So let's keep going and get that feeling. If you're able to watch yourself on the screen, try to do that. Or if you have a mirror, that really helps, because you can adjust and correct your movement if you see something that is not working well. So also what helps here is the little bit dropping your weight. So your center of gravity drops a little bit when you hit the ball. So you see my head is not moving from that vertical line, but it's going down. So my knees go a bit soft, I drop down, and I hit the ball. Drop down, and hit the ball. And when you start to feel like, hey, this is pretty good, I'm really relaxed in the shoulders, I don't feel the tension in the upper body, except the core, the midsection, then start speeding up just a little bit. And what that means is there's a little bit more, perhaps a pull. So your arm is kind of, you're activating your arm slightly, just to get that little bit more dynamic movement. So it's still not tense in the body. Relax shoulders. And you see that even though this swing is pretty big, I mean, it's substantial. My racket is 2 feet above my head on both sides. I'm still not taking a lot of time. I'm not taking a lot of space from my opponent. So if somebody stands here, I am not hitting that person. So my racket is still kind of close to my body. So even though you have a big swing, it doesn't mean that you're hitting the other player. Let's see, I'm gonna mute the newcomers. Hi guys. Oh, everybody's muted. Okay, great, thank you. All right, so let's go. So if you joined us late, so we are looking at the swing and kind of like try to get into the, what's with the microphone? Did we not mute you guys? 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna mute you, Laura. Mute all, Mom. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so what we try to look into here is the sensation, the feeling that when you hit the ball, that you try to be very relaxed in the upper body, except the core. So the core you need to want to balance your whole body when you move, that you're not kind of like going like this, but also when you're rotating with your swing, whether it's a backhand or forehand, when your core is really strong, it allows you to make a very quick but balanced rotational movement, and that allows your arms to be looser. And when your arms are loose, just like as a good boxer, when your arms are loose, you're very quick. You saw that? I think you didn't see it because it was so quick. I don't know anything about boxing, but I just try to make it look like I do. But it really helps the racket head speed that when your arms are a little bit looser, but you're still tight here, you get a very quick and powerful swing, but you're not working that hard. And it actually improves your accuracy as well because you're more relaxed, so you're not too tense. And you're not getting those injuries in the shoulder area. So let's look at the big swing and with the step moving forward to the ball. So we step in, whether you start with the backhand or forehand, we alternate and try to get that rotation done before the lunge. And you come in, full swing, hold your balance, come back a couple of steps, then prepare the other side and use that same swing on the other side. So big swing. And the idea here is that you really work on feeling the tightness and the activity here and the looseness in the shoulders and arms, okay? So we're gonna do about 90 seconds of this. So you step in, swing, come back. And like I said, if you have the possibility to see yourself on the screen, that really can help. So look in there, and that way you can improve it. Or if you have a mirror or some sort of window or something, you can see your body there. So stepping in, and this is pretty low pace, so we're not really getting out of breath here yet, but we really focus on that big, relaxed, but powerful swing. So stepping in, back, stepping in, back. Step back. And even if you don't have an image of yourself, what you can do is you can, if you look down, have a straight line, like some sort of focus point. And when you swing, you can see if your head is moving left to right or not. So try to keep your head completely still. That really tells you about your balance while swinging. So if your head is nice on that vertical line above your knee, you're good. And the harder you hit, the faster you hit, the more difficult it is to keep that line. Okay. All right, so now we got the big swing going, and we're gonna look into the back corners. Let's see, I'm gonna move my bottle here, and just to give me an kind of like a focus point that I have to go around the bottle to reach my backhand back corner. So obviously I'm facing the back wall now, but you have to see me going into that corner if it would be a normal situation. So I'm on the T point. So I start shuffling, so turn as if you go to the back corner, as we all know. You shuffle sideways, you start creating that backswing, and then step in to hit the ball, coming back. Stop, shuffle. So it's a backhand rail, and now you really want to work on that rotation and that weight shifting and balance to hit the ball. So loose shoulders, good tight core, nice shot, take your time for it. And the movement in between the shots, start making it very fast. So we're gonna go 2 minutes, backhand rails from the T point, and high pace in the footwork. Okay, ready, and go. Back to the T, shuffle. So after these 2 minutes, your pace, your heart rate should be somewhere around 130, 140. If not, you might be going too slow. So this is pretty much the pace that you have in a rally when the ball is in the back court. You're on the tee, you see the ball, you move to it, you hit it, back on the tee. Obviously, when you're in the living room, having less space, it is more difficult. But still try to create that faster pace. And one good thing to focus on with less space is keep your movement on your toes. So you're very light-footed, even if you take just a couple of steps. Okay, we're halfway. light, hit the ball. So you can almost close your eyes and see the ball, feel the rhythm of the movement. My heart rate is going up. Hopefully yours too. Got 30 seconds to go. And always a little weight shifting before the shot. Last two. All right, good. So without a break, straight to the other side. So same here on the forehand side, while shuffling with the ball into the back corner, upper body starts to rotate, racket goes up, and from enough distance, stepping in, hitting the ball, returning back to the tee. And go. Try to keep the pace up here. Really need to speed up. 'Kay, halfway. If your heart rate is not going up, try to speed up a little bit. Or make the lunge longer. A bit heavier lunge. That does wonders. Ten seconds. And time. Okay, let's have some water and start doing some forward lunges. So reaching for the ball in front of you, and we practice the lob, the movement of the let's say not existing swing, and then the wrist action to flick the racket under the ball and get the ball up. Okay, so this one is, for most of you, familiar. On the tee point, we go to left and right, and obviously backhand and forehand, and both legs. So not make sure that you're not using one leg all the time. So I go to my backhand, full lunge, full stretch. Perhaps I have to go a little bit backwards so you can see. So there, lift the ball up so you're the full lunge position in order to get under the ball. So from the side, you're there. And then try to get up with the racket head. So really getting that wrist activated. Same on the forehand side, stepping in, lift that racket head up. So this is the movement. Okay, so we're gonna go left and right as fast as you can for first 1 minute. Ready? Go. So the lunge is really a jump here because the ball is very, very far. Make sure you reach out, extend your arm, There is no space or time for vertical swings. It's all going straight towards the ball. Oh, just imagine somebody playing a really good drop shot. But luckily you're so fast and strong, you can get under it. And then you hold that position, that balance, until the ball is up. So you can move when you hit the ball. Stepping in, stepping in. And let's do a 60-second break and then repeat this. Okay, so if you feel like you're not getting out of breath yet, the pace is too low, okay? So let's speed it up a little bit, especially moving back quick. Come on, guys. Ready, go. Step in, T-point. Step in, T-point. Big lunge. Quick footwork, short steps when you come back. Short, quick ones. Moving backwards. Okay, I feel my lungs already. Talking never helps. Let's talk more action. Come on, guys. Stepping in. Look at that ball. It's 2 inches off the ground. How in the heaven's name you get the ball up? Slide your racket under. Strong wrist. Lift it up. Keep your body down. Keep your head down when you play that shot. Everything stays low. Racket goes up. Come on, last 5 quick ones. 1, T-point. 2, T-point. 3, T-point. 4, T-point. 5, extra 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little break. Whew, good job. Okay, put the racket down. Get your towel and get your water. All right, guys. We don't have time for 2 long breaks. Only time for real action, right? Let's see if I can get this straight. Is that better? Okay, good. All right, a couple of different lunge, no, not lunge, the squat versions, variations. And we're gonna start with just the basic squat. And this is no jump or nothing fast, but try to look into the technique. So what squat is all about you holding your core tight. When you drop your body, you're not leaning forward too much. So try to lead with your bum there. If you can go lower, but you don't want to go there, okay? So obviously it requires a certain amount of flexibility in your hamstrings and bum and lower back, and it's not for everybody. And also with knees, like I have some knee issues, you have to warm up well before starting squats. Okay, so let's start with a simple 1-minute squats, and keep your hands wherever you like. It's better for your core if you keep them behind your head or up here, because it includes more core stability and strength. You can keep them on the side, on the front of you, here, whatever you like. Okay, let's go. Squat, and this is the pace. 2 and 3, here we go. And so you focus on your form. You keep your knees going out a little bit, knees and toes. So it's good for the joints. Your gaze is straight forward, your chest is out. So you're not like this, like the squash players often are. You want to keep your chest out. And it's a nice athletic movement. Good form, strong core. Keep your head up. And if you feel any kind of discomfort, especially in the knees, make it a little bit less deep. See if that helps. So try to open up your toes more, your knees more. We don't want to get any injuries here. Very simple exercise, super good for squats. A lot of glutes, a lot of upper legs, core. If you do, let's say 5 times 1 minute, it's already a really good exercise. Okay, let's come up, a little stretch, a little shake. And then we start to go from side to side. So it's not the jumping sideways movement, but it's more going up and down and then shifting the leg. So it's one leg squat or half squat. You're not going as deep as you just did. So down and down, but it's only one leg at the time. You can rotate your upper body. So it's close to the lateral one, but it's more vertical movement. So it's a little bit different, different step, different exercise. One leg. Obviously, the lower you go, up. Oh, if you go all the way here, wow, this is different. When your upper body is close to your leg, your upper leg, man, this starts to hurt. But all good. A little bit less is also good. Keep going. Okay, we got 10 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we continue, same idea, but with the knee raise. Okay, so you're gonna go knee raise, squat, knee raise, squat, knee up, squat, up. And really bring it up, bring it high up there. Up, like martial arts, it's like the knee kick. Somebody tries to grab you, you go, no way. Oof. It's pretty brutal, actually. Don't know if I can recommend this. And there we go. Knee up. If you can, try to reach the elbow with the knee without your upper body leaning forward. So you're straight up here, elbow is up, bring that knee up there. Even better. Now we're gonna add a jump, okay? So it's jump, jump, squat, jump. So the knee goes up with the jump. Ha, ha. Squat in between, squat down, jump up, squat down, jump up. Hi-ya. Ha, 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 ha. And the pace goes up, and 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Squat in between, 1 and 2. Fast as you can. Squat, squat, jump, squat, jump, squat, jump, squat, jump, squat, jump. Oh, okay. Whew. Good, guys. Get some water. Nice effort. Okay. So, let's continue. And we move to the skating that I just mentioned. So it was very close already what we did. And so first we're going to do it with, let's say walking or stepping. So it's not jumping. So you go step, wide step, slide, wide, slide. When you slide the foot, it doesn't, you don't put weight on that one. And then you jump to the other side. Slide and, well, not jump, but wide step. Okay, ready? And go. Slide, slide, slide. So if you look at the angle where I am, so it's kind of like almost a deep squat. Obviously, if you go here, you can do this as well. This makes it twice as hard. Okay? So you can be a little bit more straight up if you like. Slide and switch. Slide and switch. Keep going. And rhythm the movement with your arms as if you're skating. So there is tension, core is tight, otherwise you have to be straight up or you're kind of collapsing. Okay, now we're gonna move into the jumping. So it's heavier now. There's a little obstacle in between. You have to jump over it. And after jump, that foot that you drag behind is not getting on the ground. So keep it up. Keep it up. Okay, and now we're gonna add the upper body rotations. You start touching the toes on both sides. Touch the toes. So the free arm goes up, so you can rotate your shoulders. Rotate, rotate, touch the toes. Every time, touch, touch, touch. So when you touch the toes, it forces you to stay very low. It's really tough for your glutes and your thighs. Keep going. You're almost there. Keep it low, keep touching. Rotate that upper body as much as you can. One arm down, one arm up. Nice job. Okay, good. I started to feel my glutes quite a bit. Okay, let's go down on the ground. And in a way, it might feel like it's a rest, but it's not. Just different muscles. So go on your knees. And let's start with the wide angle push-ups. Want to lift your knees up from the ground? Be my guest. I'm going to keep my knees on the ground and do it slow, okay? So that's up to you. So feet up, wide stance, and slowly down. Your nose is almost hitting the floor. Slowly up. Okay, come on. Here we go. Slow and up. And down should be a little bit slower than up, just to activate those muscles. Slowly and up. Slow and up. Slow and up. And also with this one, core is engaged, as it always is. Hardly anything you can do without the core. And that's one of the reasons why you need to exercise, do a lot of core exercises to help any kind of movement, whether it's arms or legs. Good strong core really keeps you healthy and helps other parts of the body to perform. Slow down and up. Slow down and up. Slow and up. Slow and up. Slowly, slowly, we're almost there. And up. Slowly down. Start feeling the pec, the shoulders, perhaps your triceps and biceps a little bit. Oh, okay. 2 more. Slow down and up. Last one. Slowly and up. Okay, let's give the arms a little break and let's tease the abs a little bit. So go on your back and we're gonna start counting from 1 to 15 with our feet. So the feet are the pen, the marker, and there's a big invisible whiteboard. So you can keep your head down or support it with your arms. And we're gonna make big numbers with our feet without touching the floor. So 1, 2, 3. If I can't see clearly what number you're writing, we have to do it all over again. So make sure it's visible. I'm watching you. And 5. And 6. And try to push your lower back into the floor. 7. So your back is not arching. 8. Big. At 8. Side to side. 9, and 10, 11, and 12, 13, and 14, 1, and 4, 15, big 5, and guess what? Now we're gonna go back. 14, 1, and 4, 13, 1, and 3. Come on, I have to see it, make it big. 12. My favorite, 11. Up. 10. Big 0. 9. Oh, single digits, so easy. 8. 8 is tough, especially going back up. 7. 6. Make it big. Wide, fat. 5. And 4. 3. 2. And 1. Yeah, good job. Oof, wow, that was tough. Oof, okay, ready? Some jumps. So we're gonna go into step backwards, so lunge back, and then same leg comes up, and you jump with the other with the supporting leg. So jumping up, coming down, up. Ready? And go. Backwards, up. Once back, and up. And make sure you drop your weight when you step back. So drop your hip a little bit. And try to be airborne with your jump. And switch. So now it's the other leg going back, and then the opposite arm goes up when you bring your knee up. It always takes a couple of steps to find that rhythm, that angle. When you feel like you got it, go for it. Jump up, guys, come on. Use your toes when you jump up. Use your front leg toes. So you engage your calf for the jump. Last one. Good job. Okay. Next one. We're gonna do some planking. So back on the floor, elbow plank, and we hover. I count the hovering time. So 1 foot hovers inch or 2 above the ground each time. So go to elbow plank, lift your right foot up, 30 inches from the floor. If you like to make it harder, you can pump it. And switch. Pumping makes it way tougher. It's almost like 50% increase in the pain. Switch. Engage your thigh, your bum. Your bum muscles are really working hard here. Not only your core. Switch. Little pump. 1. Hey. Switch. Finding that right way. Ooh, switch. And switch. 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 Ah, nice. Last one, guys. Switch and last one. And on your knees. You don't have to come up. And narrow stance with your arms. So narrow push-ups, it's tricep push-ups. Cross your feet. Lift your feet up. And elbows in. And go. Slowly. No need to go fast here. Make sure you feel that your arms are aligned, elbows are not going out. Keep your head nice and straight. Tight core, obviously, goes without a saying here. And up. Slowly down and up. Nice. Come on, guys. It's a great way to make very safe push-ups, even though you're not having all the body weight there because of the knees. When you keep your hands close to one another, and you keep your elbows in, it's extremely heavy. Especially if you don't do this daily. Ah, nice. Come on, guys, we do 5 more. 1, up. 2, up. 3, up. 4, up. 5. And on your back, we are back for the abs. So elbow to knee. So one leg is straight, one knee is up. Opposite elbow touches the knee. Switch and go. Cycling in the air. 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep it going. Rotate your upper body. Make a nice crunch and twist. And breathe. Extend that leg all the way. Extend, extend, extend. And good job, guys. Back on your belly or on your hands to be more specific. So, plank position, reptile. Again, just what you did on your back, your knees to your elbows, okay? So, plank, knee to elbow, and switch, and switch, and switch. Firing those abs. We are really teasing the abs today. Heavy. And come up, last minute, deep toe jump, so deep squat, touch the toes, arms up. Last minute, guys. Make sure you touch the toes. Make sure your bum goes down. Keep your head up. Arms all the way up when you jump up. Come on. Okay. Start feeling a little burn That's good. That means you're working hard. No burn, no glory. Whew, 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 whew. Time.